All right, what's good, everyone? It's Kyle Henderson alongside Andrew Bone, tucked in nice and tight here at the Mercedes-Benz Dome here in Atlanta, Georgia. Another action-packed event here at the Rivals 5-Star Challenge. I'm here with Andrew Bone. You've been seeing him interviewing the top prospects across the country. I do a lot of stuff behind the scenes, together alongside with Tony Sukas from MakeAlabamaInsider.com. Today, saw a lot of top prospects, and I want to start out with just talking about Javon Baker. Exceptional wide receiver who's committed to Alabama, and wanted to get your take, Bone. What were your thoughts on seeing him really embarrass the competition a couple times?
Yeah, I mean, just incredible speed. I mean, incredible get off the line of scrimmage. Very smooth route runner. Definitely did great getting in and out of his breaks. I mean, very impressed. I've seen him before at a Rivals camp, and this was kind of our second time to get a chance to see him. And you can tell why Alabama likes him. I mean, just real smooth. Reminds me a lot of Calvin Ridley. I mean, Calvin Ridley was just such a smooth route runner. Kind of a little bit undersized, but just very tough to defend against. Especially with his speed, and we definitely saw him make some defenders fall down and miss, and he had a great performance out here today, no doubt.
We also saw two defensive backs or two secondary players who we were keeping close tabs on. One was Joe Williams, who was recently at Alabama, and then you also had Xavier Alford. Can you talk a little bit about those guys and what you saw from each of them today here at the 5-Star Challenge?
Yeah, Joel Williams, first off, kind of a bigger kid, a little bit bigger than I thought he was going to be. I mean, he's 6'1", almost 190 pounds, just very, very physical type guy. And he had a little bit of an ankle injury that he suffered at the LSU camp last weekend, but came back out here today and looked really good. I mean, he definitely looked good in press coverage, and stay with his man. He got one pass called on him that I thought he was all over it, and then the receiver just made an unbelievable catch. But I thought overall he had a very good day. He's going to play corner, once he gets to the next level. And then Xavier Alford, a little bit smaller than Joel Williams, but exceptional speed. Did a great job working in the slot. Alabama's kind of talking to him more about playing in the nickel back safety. Can play a little bit of outside, but looked really good today. I thought he had one of the best days out of all the defensive backs that we saw on the field.
All right, so just to make sure, it's Xavier Alford and Joe Williams.
Yep.
All right, I think I said Xavier, so my bad. Moving to the linebackers, we saw Philip Webb really caught our eye, along with Justin Flo. I mean, Justin Flo, as you guys know, #1 linebacker in the nation, completely stands out at these type of events. We both really liked what we saw from Philip Webb. Can you talk about both of those guys?
Yeah, I mean, there's a tremendous group of linebackers here. I mean, you look at a guy like Justin Flo, who we saw here at the Rivals 5-Star Challenge last year, and he's the #2 player in the country, #1 overall linebacker. Just what we were really impressed with about him is he's kind of trimmed down, lost some weight, and so he's moving a lot faster, and is a very physical kid. I mean, we saw a lot of people who were seeing him for the first time this week, and they were just kind of blown away just by how physical he was, and and how well he can move. And then Noah Sewell was another kid that really caught my attention. He's out of Utah. A lot of Alabama fans remember that name. Penei Sewell, his older brother, took an official visit to Alabama a couple years ago, and he's at Oregon now, offensive lineman. But Noah Sewell plays linebacker. I mean, he could play fullback. I mean, he could play a lot of different positions. He's very athletic, very physical, very big kid. I mean, he's 265 pounds, and moves like he's 225 pounds. I mean, just incredible athlete. Don't think he's going to end up at Alabama. He did visit Tuscaloosa a couple weeks ago, but I think Alabama's probably on the outside looking in. And then you also mentioned Philip Webb. I was really impressed with Philip Webb's size. I mean, he's 6'4", about 220 pounds. He's long, he's lean, and you can definitely tell that he has a very high ceiling. A kid that Alabama's recruiting at the jack linebacker position. Probably one of the only outside type guys that Alabama's still heavily recruiting that I feel like they've got a really good chance to get. He definitely has Alabama in his top 4 and his top 5, so they're still really pushing hard for him. He's got a great relationship with Sal Sinceri, but watching him today, you could really tell why Alabama is going after him so hard.
Two more guys that I really wanted to touch on from the offensive side. Bryce Young, who's a quarterback commitment to USC. We talked with him. Very intelligent young man. I got a chance to see him. And then lastly, if you could touch on Eric Gilbert, incredible tight end. I know we didn't get a chance to see Darnell Washington out here from Las Vegas, Nevada, but Eric Gilbert, my goodness, I mean, certainly a big man. Feels like someone who can come in and make an early impact. Can you touch on those two players?
Yeah, I mean, Gilbert is exceptional talent. I mean, just from a physical standpoint, just very impressive out there on the field. He can run. I mean, he's very tough to defend against. I mean, he had an incredible junior season. I think he had over 1,200 yards receiving, and he's a vertical threat. I mean, he can definitely make some big plays down the field for you, and I think he's going to be a major weapon once he gets to the college level. Bryce Young, he kind of started out a little bit slow, but once he kind of got in the groove of things, we saw him make some tremendous passes. A little bit shorter than I was expecting, a little bit smaller. He's probably about 5 foot. I want to say 5'10", 5'11", but he can definitely sling the ball, and we were certainly impressed with his performance towards the end of the day today.
I mean, what a wrap. I mean, we are here in Hotlanta. We had a great time. You can catch all the coverage, all the nuggets back at BatmanInsider.com. Remember, if you want a chance to get behind that premium paywall, the promo code at checkout is simply Roll Tide. What do you got to lose, right? Nothing to lose. Follow everything recruiting-wise from Andrew Bone. Try to keep up. There's a lot of coverage. You can catch both of us next week at the beach because we're about to go on vacation, but I hope you've enjoyed our coverage. You can always email me, Kyle at BatmanInsider.com. Make sure you get set up on BatmanInsider.com. Reporting from the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, Andrew Bone, Kyle Henderson. Until next time, my friends. Talk soon.
That's how it's done.